you did it to escape.
No, you do. Later, I did not become one after a while but then it's like thing. I was so desperate, right?
No, I'm just asking. I'm
so
not.
I
I
don't
don't.
think.
I think it was the right decision.
But the thing is, I don't think even I had the energy to fake it because I was so desperate. Like
Of
if
course.
they asked me to believe in a rock, I would have believed in a rock.
Correct.
Because anything that would save me, I would have believed in.
That's right.
And so I don't think I didn't even have to fake it. I really truly believed. Anything rescues me, I'm gonna believe that. I'm gonna pray for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, by the way, just comment. I would say many American university students believe in rocks.
Oh, really?
So,
What do they do?
so your point is very well taken.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm only slightly exaggerating.
Okay.
So, what happened after a day in Mongolia?
We got caught by Mongolian soldiers.
And then?
And then they said they were going to send us back to China and back to North Korea.
The Mongolians said that?
Yeah. So they put the knives, like put your
But
hands up.
they knew if they sent you back to North Korea, you'd be killed.
So yeah,
And they didn't care?
they did not care. So
Beautiful world.
Exactly.
Right. So what happened?
So when North Koreans escaped, it's during the Holocaust, right? The Jewish people would like try to kill themselves before sent to gas chamber.
Right.
So like that, we have the poisons, we have the knives with us. So we were all trying to kill ourselves in front of the Mongolian soldiers. The last minute, they stopped us. And then, but with the team that came after us, they went too far. So one of the lady that we knew, she swallowed the poison. But later we learned these guys had no intention to send us back. They just wanted to have fun with us.
So they were sadists.
Yeah, to have fun.
So it was fun to watch you suffer and try to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it certainly does substantiate my earlier point about human nature. So still, how did you get out?
After that, all that thing we were trying to kill ourselves, they eventually stopped our game and then took us to Mongolian base, soldier base. And then they called the South Korean embassy. South Korean embassy came and then they got our information and make sure that we are North Koreans. They did the interrogation on us. After 2-3 months in the detention center in Ulaanbaatar, they took us to South Korea.
So they did help you in some way, South Korea.
Yeah, in Mongolia they did, not in China. Once we made it to Mongolia,
Right.
that's when they helped.
Did you make friends with any of these other 7 women?
I did, yeah. But the thing is, North Koreans, we learn not to trust
That's
very early
right.
on.
That's so true.
So it's hard to be
So
real friends.
among the many things you didn't know was the word friend.
We have a comrade.
Comrade, which
comrades,
has nothing
yeah.
to do with friend.
Yeah, so we are.
It was even Comrade Kim,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Like Comrade Stalin.
yeah.
So you were flown to Seoul or somewhere else?
Incheon Airport, from Mongolia
Incheon?
to Incheon Airport. Yeah.
And you then what? Because you have no money, you have no relatives, you have no contacts.
But not only that, they had to take us to hospital first. Because in our entire life, we've never been medically examined. So we could have bring disease to South Korean population. So we had to be sealed from South Korean population. First place they take you out of the airport is like they using the separate gate, take us to hospital, and then ask me to pee. I'm like, I never peed in the cup. Like, why do I have to pee? They check your health status and if you carry any disease. And then once I'm cleared, then they put me in the interrogation center for 2 months. That's when they really going down to you. Are you a spy? Are you actually the person who you are saying? And there's like, why don't you recite the revolutionary, the oath that every North Korean must remember? Like, that if you're North Korean, you all know these things, right? You remember by heart. So we recite all of them, who were our teachers, where we lived, our school. We have to draw a map for them. After this vigorous interrogation, then that's like, okay, if you're proven not spy, you can go into re-education. It's like kind of camp where they take us there and then teach us that Americans are not bastards. Americans are not colonizing South Korea. That Korean war started by Kim Il-sung, not by Americans. and tell us that what democracy is, and also tell us how to take a bus. I mean, we are like coming from different planet. We don't even know what coffee is. We don't even know, what anything, like what AC is, right? So we really like big adult kids, like toddlers, have no clue about the world. So they teach us, what is a bank, because we don't know what bank is. What is, shopping mall? What is a supermarket? Literally going from every single subject and teach us there.
Okay, what happens next?
After that 3 months, they send you out to the world, and then that's where you figure out your life. So
And that's a challenge, isn't it?
of course, it's challenging.
Because you never were free,
Yeah.
but freedom comes with responsibility.
It does. Now you have to work, and you have to make living, and you have to think
Right.
for yourself, and
Was that uncomfortable?
it was painful. It wasn't just uncomfortable. It was painful. I literally was. I never knew how to think. Right. I mean, learn the thinking was hard. So every time in South Korea in the beginning, I think for 5 minutes. I get so exhausted from thinking. I have to take a break for 5 hours, and then next day I'm okay. Today I'm gonna think 10 more minutes. I literally had to do that, thinking. So they were saying, now what do you want to do in South Korea? I'm like, do I have to know? Why can't you just tell me what to do? In North Korea, when you're born, your life was determined for you before your birth, based on what my great grandfather did. And in South Korea, suddenly they say, "What's your favorite color?" And I'm like, "Do I have to know?" Because in North Korea, nobody asks you, "What do you think?" They tell you your favorite color is like red. It's a revolutionary color. And South Korea, learning thinking for myself. That was very
So,
exhausting.
did you have an apartment?
We got this government housing for the first year or 6 months, but I rented a small underground study
What work
house.
did you do?
I worked in dollar store called the Daiso. It's a dollar store. I was working at the wedding, like the server, like a wedding, waitress, and and I was studying too. So I was studying and working at the same time.
How do South Koreans treat North Koreans?
They have a lot of stereotypes of North Korean people. So they say, oh, because you're from communist country, you must not work hard. And you must now understand free
Well, were they
market.
wrong? Because you're saying we weren't taught to take care of ourselves.
Yeah,
But you did work hard because you had to
Survive.
find food.
exactly.
You worked as a slave, but you didn't have to think.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.